Hello and welcome back to the 2016 Founders Cup coverage on JVI Sports Network. It's day 3 of the CLA tournament, which means it's the final day for round robin. I'm your host, Sam McDade. I'll be covering all the interviews as the games progress out on the floor and bringing you all the action with JVI Sports. Game 3 today, we're going to see the Adanacs take on the Blizzard. Both teams did face the host team, Orangeville Northmen, neither of them coming up lucky in the end of those tilts. Some notable things to think about if you are a Adanacs fan. They faced off yesterday in that OT game versus Seneca War Chiefs. It was an impressive game, a really good one to catch if you were watching on JVI Sports. They only lost by 1, obviously, as it went into OT, but it was quite the spectacle. The Blizzard did play the Northmen yesterday, losing 9-3 at the end of 60. But the Adanacs versus the Blizzard, that's not all we have in store for you here today. The 1989 and 1990 Founder Cup champion Northmen teams are going to be honored later on tonight. JVI Sports is going to have you covered all through that, so stick with us. But for now, again, I'm Sam McDade. I'm going to send it upstairs to Spencer and Brad for the call tonight. Guys?
Hey, thanks, Sam. We're live upstairs here in the broadcast booth here at the Alder Street Recreational Complex where, yes, Brad Ritchie from Manitoba, Thompson, Manitoba, joins me tonight to bring you all the action. And Brad, this is a game that you mentioned Manitoba has to win as there's a lot on the line, even though both teams are 0-2.
Both teams know that the winner of this game gets third place and the possible easy draw.
Absolutely, like you mentioned, as we take a look at the standings coming into today's game, Green Gaels sit atop of the board 3-0-0. Calgary, Nova Scotia, and Saskatchewan all trail them, seeding 1, 2, 3, and 4 in Group A. As we take a peek at Group B, this is that standings that matters for Manitoba, currently in the bottom. But look at the 3rd and 4th spot. This is the battle that really matters. And like you mentioned, playoff seeding's now really on the line here as we get set for today's game. The anthem is next, and we will stop, and we will be back with live first period action right after this on the JVI Sports Network. The Toronto Rock 2017 Seasons tickets are now available. Be sure to purchase your 2017 Seasons tickets. So many great programs available. Be sure to check out the official website of the Toronto Rock at torontorock.com. Tickets start as low as only $195. Once again, more information available, torontorock.com. We'll take a look at today's starting goaltenders first for the Coquitlam Adanacs. They go with 0-0 Anthony Dale. Anthony Dale played in the first game for Coquitlam, and it was Gordy Bowden who put on an excellent performance in Game 2, but fell just a bit short. And Brad, on the other side of the floor for Manitoba, they go with the guy that's played every single game.
Riley Badanics played every single game here at the Founders Cup, and even going into the playoffs, the Final Four for the Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League, he got all 5 starts out there as well.
So a good goaltending matchup here as we are almost set to go. The Coquitlam Adanacs will wear the purple and yellow jerseys with white trim. And on the other side of the floor, the Manitoba Blizzard, white, blue, and black trim. And they will run from right to left. Coquitlam running left to right. We are underway. The opening face-off won back by Coquitlam. And this is a game, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, so much on the line for both these two teams. Here is Pazoban, who wears 67 for the Coquitlam Adanacs. Seal up top, they get it down low. The goaltender Badaniak moves in, and he's got his first action of today's game. And it'll be interesting to see who reacts quickly, as last night Manitoba, Brad, played the Orangeville Northmen, and that was a late game for them, 8 o'clock, and now they have a quick turnaround, not even 24 hours later.
They seem like they look good back at the hotel today, and the trainer, Emily Lambert, while she's been busy, she hasn't been overly busy, so they seem to be pretty unscathed going into this game.
Well, the ball's out front, loose ball and a shot for Manitoba, but our first penalty of the game goes against Coquitlam, and it's Pontalini, number 11, going off. Interference the call. So just like that, Manitoba gets their first look at the power play. And you've seen them play all year. Is there an insight that makes their power play good? Is there a specialty they have?
Well, they're trying to get a little recalibrated because they're missing one of their players, the leading scorer from the Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League, Kelson Borisenko's not here, who'd play the left side down low, and him and Andy Zunn really worked well together. So they're trying to establish some chemistry. They had good success with the power play in the first game against Seneca. Maybe not so much last night, but they've got the skills, the stick skills to do okay.
Well, we'll see what happens here. Their first opportunity. Waitress up top. He's got lots of time and space. There's the outside shot. Dale makes the save, and he looks down the floor. Good stretch pass, connects. One-handed catch from Miller. Miller throws it over the net, and that ball will bounce back all the way to the Northman logo that sits at halfway in the floor here at the Alder Street Arena. Hidden ball trick doesn't work. Here's Blaze Bezecki. Easy to point him out on the floor, as we mentioned. The pink shoes and pink stick, it's so easy to see him. And what a game he had last night.
He's had 2 great games putting the ball in the net for sure.
Well, the power play continues. Outside shot. What a save off the shoulder, as Manitoba was trying to find that left top corner. But it's Coquitlam who finds the loose ball, and they will continue this rag and try to kill off another minute and 5 seconds in their minor penalty to number 11, Angelo Pontalini. Coquitlam's captain, number 4, that is Ethan Anderson, slowing it down up top. He has a lot of time and space. Their captain, 14, not 4, Max Van Strijn, as a double team for Manitoba is successful, and now they get another look. Here come the Manitoba Blizzard, slowing it down, Blaze Bezecki, the lefty, as now Colin Poitras up top, as the Coquitlam bench ushers last-minute changes from their defensive coach. They set up in the box formation on the defense. Ball to the near side, only 2 seconds on the shot clock. Outside shot, and it seems Brad, Manitoba has those shooters that can really shoot from anywhere, as we've seen it last night.
And Andy Zunn, specifically number 10, is known since he's been a minor player to have a great accurate shot, and it's really gotten heavier over the last year or two as well.
Well, the development of this game in every single province seems to be getting better and better as the Founders Cups continue to grow, as now this is the 54th edition, as that's a nice behind-the-back try. Great save by Medanek as the ball goes into the corner, picked up by Coquitlam. By the way, the penalty's over. Manitoba is 0 for 1 with the man advantage as Medanek flips it just to his teammate, and now Coquitlam needs to get back on D.
That's the game start for Manitoba in game 1, number 24, Tyrell Charlton.
Back comes Coquitlam, a 2-on-1, chasing is Bezecki. They get it out front. That pass was intended for number 21, Salias Dewar, but they cannot control. And now Manitoba has it at the halfway point, right in front of the penalty box. Tomorrow will be the first day you actually see knockout rounds with quarterfinal matchups taking place. No quarterfinal matches set just yet, as we're still waiting to see what happens in the last 2 games of the day as that shot from Manitoba goes wide. Loose ball picked up by Coquitlam rather, and we've played 4 minutes. Not too many great scoring chances so far yet, Brad, but we have seen a lot of shots and only 1 power play as we see an extra attacker come on for Coquitlam. Interesting strategy.
Very interesting strategy, especially at this point in the game. Very aggressive.
Outside shot. They got a shot on goal, but now Dale goes back to the bench. They send their 6th player back to the bench as Adanac put one in like that last night. Seemed to struggle where the ball was, but now he seems to have controlled himself.
Riley would have liked 2 of those back. That happened early in the game, and after that he was his real solid self after that point. But 2 little miscues, and you can't have that against Orangeville for sure.
Well, Orangeville, who put up the best stats in the goaltending department in Ontario, goals against average of just above 4.25, I believe is the total number through playoffs and regular season. So there's no shame in falling to the Orangeville Northmen, but what a performance the Manitoba Blizzard put on. A great, excellent game in front of a capacity crowd once again, and it should be another great crowd. As we mentioned earlier, former Founder Cup championship teams and Minto Cup championship teams will be in the house to celebrate the final day of round robin play tonight. Manitoba back the other way. We're still looking for that first goal. 0-0 here in this final round robin day, as that pass was intended to go to the far side. Coquitlam picked it off, but a big hit is called, and now they're calling a penalty for it. The one referee had an interference call. The back referee is sending the Manitoba player to the box. As we get another look at our starting goaltenders, and here he is, Anthony Dale. He's 0-1, 11 goals against in his first outing. But at the other end of the floor, you know Adanac well. He's been huge so far for Manitoba.
He's been huge, and he's been on a run for the last 3.5, 4 weeks that have really helped with the success of this team winning the Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League Championship.
Well, he's going to be tested here. Manitoba, the Rocky Mountain champions, of course, will go to the penalty kill for their first time. Outside shot, turned aside, and Adanac makes his 4th save of the game.
That's 5th-year player Jarrett Wood moving the ball up to Jared Kershane.
Well, here comes the rag team. Stays over the line, gets it right on net, so perfection to dance and stay on the near side of the line. Power play continues, 13:40 left in the opening period. With the ball, 67, Jared Pozobon. This is the number 1 unit as Sundar comes on the near side. Lucas Sundar back to Pozobon. He's the shooter for them up top in the top left position. Pozobon winds and fires. Adanac got a piece of it on the left shoulder. Loose ball in the near corner. No one there for Manitoba. All over it is Nico McNabb. Nico McNabb, a player of the game, a key player Manitoba's going to have to stop as he's put in 2 goals already, twice in this tournament. 14 on the shot clock. Sundar being bothered. Good defensive play. I believe that was Mulvaney.
Mulvaney, the assistant captain.
As they only have 5 on the clock, Sundar now to Pozobon the shot. That was McNabb, actually. Sundar again, and they get the shot off in time, but once again, Adanac makes the save.
You'll see Mulvaney back on defense on the penalty kill, but he's playing offense on 5-on-5 situations this week.
So we'll see what happens as we still have 12:45 to go. That one lands on Anthony Dale's chest protector, and he moves it up the far side. Still 0-0 game. If you're just joining us here, we thank the Toronto Rock Elite League for bringing you this free coverage of this 2016 Founders Cup Lacrosse Tournament. Of course, the national championship of Junior B here in Canada. Lucas Sundar back to Pozobon. Good kick save. And it comes to the near side. Penalty kill is successful. 0-for-1 for the power play for Coquitlam. Sundar again looking up top. A lot of shooting coming from that dotted line area, but a great defensive effort from Manitoba so far as he takes that one right into the face mask. So these 2 teams, if I'm correct, has never played each other in the regular season.
No, we don't go as far as BC. We go as far as Calgary, Okotoks, and Edmonton, but we don't go into BC. Although they did play each other last year at the Founders Cup.
So we'll see what happens, the rematch. As here they come again. Manitoba still looking to break the seal as that ball goes into the corner. Was intended for number 10. That's Andy Zunn. Loose ball picked up by Coquitlam, and they got some speed breaking out of their end. They got numbers 2-on-1, but jumping on the floor was Matt Melito to stop the rush, and now they'll set up. Here is the Adanacs. 16, Ryan Cesare in the shot. Adanac has it in his pads, but a twist shot almost caught him.
That's tough to deal with that sometimes. That ball bounces funny when it gets on the concrete down there.
Well, as a goaltender myself, I've seen the floor and I've seen turf, and I don't know what I prefer more. But not too many teams in Ontario play on turf, that is for sure.
I don't know why anybody would want to be a goaltender in this sport.
Oh, it's different. I mean, you have to have a weird kind of niche, I guess, for it, you could say, but it's a passion that only certain people have. Facing rubber thrown at you at upwards of 100 miles per hour sometimes. As now Manitoba starts us off. What a pass to Bezecki, the shot. Rebound almost came right to the doorstep, but back come the Adanacs, 2-on-1 with two more Manitoba Blizzards coming out the back door. And once again, a great change by Manitoba to force Coquitlam to settle down.
Coquitlam looks like they want to run a bit more than I watched them yesterday. We'll see that if they try that in the second period when it's the tough change for the Blizzard.
Well, 8 seconds left on the shot clock. They come around the seal, outside shot, right into the sliding Medanyuk, and he's got the save again. Here comes Manitoba. Back and forth lacrosse. There hasn't seemed to be an edge or advantage yet seen by any team, as we're zeros across the board, one penalty aside, and the shots are about even, almost halfway through this opening period. Referees from Manitoba, and one referee is from the United States. Matt Califf is in the box. He is from Ontario. He is the standby or penalty box official, as I guess we could call him. As one other game tonight, he will be on the floor in the Orangeville taking on Seneca game. Final game around robin. What a stick.
Anthony Melito, third-year player who's very, very active out there. He's picked off a few passes this week already.
Well, you got to keep your Melito straights on this team. 5 is Matt, 6 Anthony, as there seems to be a few brothers on this team, as you have the Richies and Melitos.
Two brother combinations this season, yes.
And this isn't that rare at all, because there is a couple other teams in the tournament with brothers that happen to play on the same team. So it's great to see a lot of family involved in lacrosse as we are approaching the 9-minute mark left in this opening period. Coquitlam now setting up on offense with Sundar coming up top. That pass right into the middle. Good save as Cesarin got denied. And now battle continues in the far corner, but here comes Manitoba. And the head coach for Coquitlam is yelling at his guys to get back. They have numbers. Here comes Manitoba. The break hits the goalpost and bounces out.
Jared Kershane, the 20-year-old who plays his college lacrosse in Tennessee. That was a glorious opportunity. I'm not sure what happened with the Coquitlam change there, why they were so short-handed.
Well, the coach was wondering if they were going to come back, but they got so confused with that change they forgot that only one Coquitlam Adanac was back and 3 Manitoba Blizzard coming, as they only have 10 seconds left. Abbott now to the crease. What a move, and they score! Excellent passing, and the Coquitlam Adanacs open the scoring at the 8:23 mark of the opening period. We'll take a look at the Toronto Rock Athletic Center replay, and Brad, just a miscommunication on defense to allow an Adanac to get that wide open out front.
Pass came from up top, and the Adanacs are definitely getting more close-in chances than are the Blizzard.
As there it is right there. Nifty move to put it home over the shoulder. Another look at it.
That was a very nice catch and release, very quick.
So there is your opening goal. The Adanacs, who are the visiting team in today's game, open the scoring. Ball to the far side. Now here's Sundar. Pazoban gets the goal, and Sundar gets the assist, and Abbott. Ball back all the way to the goaltender, Dale, and he throws it 200 feet, and Manitoba takes over. So when did Manitoba finish their playoffs? Was it recently, or did they have a little bit of a gap?
We had a 2-week break after
okay, so that's not too bad.
Playing the Final Four, which is hosted by the Calgary Chill in Calgary this year.
So here in Ontario, I know Orangeville and Clarington finished just about a week prior, and now the Adanacs take a 2-0 lead That goal coming from Anthony Bono, who was our player to watch yesterday, showing why he's one of the best for Coquitlam. Stretched the leads to 2-0. Just the breakaway goals. We'll take a look at the Toronto Rock Athletic Center replay. Just a stretch pass here as he's got speed. Back they come.
Yeah, the Blizzard player chose to go off and let the defender come out, but maybe miscalculating how quick the Adanac player was in that situation.
Well, 7:26 left in the opening period. The Blizzard need to get on the board if they want to make this a lot closer in this first period. 2 quick goals now for the Adanacs. Manitoba, double team coming from the Ads as they push him out. Loose ball pops out. Trying not to use his hand as the Adanac player. That's number 9, Jared Best. Battle continues right in front.
That was a big hit by Charlton, number 24.
Still trying to find the ball. I believe it is with Miller, and Miller has it. Miller from the Adanacs comes out with it, and Manitoba sets up on D, getting 5 fresh legs out there. 5 fresh bodies, rather, 10 fresh legs, as now the Adanacs try to go behind the back. Good defensive coverage from Evan Ritchie. Ritchie pushes him to the boards. Miller the shot right into the stomach. And Adanac flips that one to number 11. That's Garrett DePape.
Garrett DePape using the traditional stick today.
There's a few. We haven't seen many at all, actually, in this tournament, but only a few so far. There's a few players on Seneca choose to use them, but not many, as they're becoming more rare in the game. That ball is passed up top. What a nifty spin move. Corshane the shot. Loose ball picked up by Manitoba. They get a fresh 30. Fantastic offensive rebound by Poitras. What a pass. Bezecki just couldn't find the net.
Poitras, one of the more skilled, stick-skilled guys on the team for sure.
Back comes Coquitlam. 5 minutes, 55 seconds left to play in opening period number 1. We'll hear an interview from Sam McDade. She'll be with one of the Manitoba Blizzard players. As now Coquitlam takes a shot, and that's a goal. Absolutely a beautiful shot. And 2 players, a Coquitlam Adanac and a Manitoba Blizzard, had some words. But nevertheless, what a shot from the Adanac player.
No, you can't blame Adanac for that. The Blizzard got to make sure that they're not letting that shot come from inside the 24.
As here is the replay. Just had time and space, and Adanac got beat over the left shoulder. So 3-0 now. Not what Manitoba fans want to see. A lot of Adanac fans here in the building enjoying what they're seeing so far. Coquitlam played Orangeville first on the opening day of the tournament, lost 11-4. And then played Seneca yesterday. That ball is in the bench. Coquitlam gets possession. Coquitlam starts off with it. Chisholm has it. Posabon come on along with Abbott and Sundar. So their number 1 unit, they keep to be with these 5 strong guys as they go in. What a save by Adanac. He's been good with that stick, actually, I noticed, all tournament long, making those desperation stick saves.
He has been good. He's been good on loose balls and in the crease area as well.
So here comes the Manitoba Blizzard. Only 15 seconds left. They haven't crossed their own restraining line yet. As now Poitras has got some speed. Nifty move to get around his Coquitlam Adanac player. Around another one, tries to fire to far side, but goes wide. And that has to be back and be careful if you're Manitoba, as Miller almost had a break. But now Manitoba will get 5 fresh bodies on.
Justin Pollock, who's playing offense, is stuck out there on defense. He was the guy who went back to make sure that didn't turn into a breakaway. But he's capable of handling it.
20 seconds left. Sundar, the lefty, goes to the far side through number 11 of the Adanacs. That is Pontalini. He's got a penalty so far in today's game. Outside shot, turned aside. Ritchie ticks over and spins away from Pontalini and goes to the far side. That pass was intended just to come here to Corshane. He can't get it, and he seems to be hobbling off. We'll keep an eye on him.
That was a difficult pass for Jared to deal with.
He's hunched over on the bench. Corshane will see the medical staff of the Manitoba Blizzard. So we have 4 minutes left in this opening period. As Sundar, the man who keeps getting all the assists for these Adanacs, getting close to 10 in the tournament. Outside shot, that one whistles wide. Good stick by the Manitoba Blizzard, number 12, Jared Wood, to pick that off. Wood bounced past to Ritchie, and Ritchie will go off as the Manitoba Blizzard settling up as they start with Mulvaney up top. Mulvaney, the righty, behind the back pass. They're strong right here on the near side. Mulvaney the shot, then they score.
And that might be the first time that they've gotten a good look inside, and Mulvaney's able to put it home.
Well, they needed an answer, and that makes it 3-1 with 3:31 to go, as we'll take another look at that pick and roll play here on the Toronto Rock Athletic Center replay. An excellent effort from that Manitoba Blizzard offense. Well, you mentioned inside. He's pretty wide open as the Adanacs left the pick and roll out to dry. So this will be a story. Who wins the most faceoffs, as possession time is so huge. As we go back to the dot. And Manitoba's in early, they say, so Coquitlam takes over.
That's too bad, because Mulvaney won that clear right there where he wanted to take it to.
Mulvaney, their draw man, as Sundar flips that off to Pazoban. Pazoban down low to the corner. He sets a seal. That pass to Chisholm, not going to work, but he runs all the way back to pick that one up. 15 seconds still to shoot. Chisholm down low to the corner, the assistant captain Sundar. Sundar over to Pazoban, who spins away from the Manitoba number 7, Taylor Ritchie. That shot well wide off the back wall, and that will kill the shot clock entirely.
That's
perfect
great
floor position.
Great for Manitoba, because they have not been getting a lot of time on their shot clock moving the ball up the floor, so this could help them get some confidence and some movement.
Well, once again, they do the same move, and how about that? The same goal. Once again, Mulvaney makes it a one-goal game, and that is pretty much the exact same play.
That is an instant replay. Mulvaney from Andrew Zunn, and Mulvaney shooting low. I don't know if that went through 5-hole on the Adanac goalie or where it went exactly.
As we get another look, and right through the 5-hole as he stepped. So the Adanacs have been put right back in their place now. We got a game, 3-2 the score.
Goal scorer Mulvaney is the one who's taking the draw.
3-2-2. Gotta love close games. And as we know, a deja vu with an instant replay. Toronto Rock Athletic Center replay. 3-2 the score. We'll see what happens here as Poitras, who's been quiet tonight, no goals yet for him. All the goals have happened from Mulvaney here on the near side. Pass to the far side. That shot almost beat the goaltender, hits the crossbar. And the Ads have a break, but Miller looks like he's going to settle down. The shot right into Adanacs, makes the save.
Big rebound by Miller there so that he gets a fresh 30. Coaches don't like when you take that chance and don't get the ball back.
Well, 20 seconds left to shoot as they got the fresh 30 and pulled it way outside to McNabb, who just crosses the restraining line now. McNabb brings that one down low to Pazoban. They tried to go a quick feed to the middle, but Sundar's got it here on the near side. Sundar to the middle. That pass, what a save by Adanacs, and he makes another one out of complete desperation. As we get a floor wipe, and this has been a problem at this arena, but unfortunately it'll be a problem wherever it's hot, and with any floor like this, you'll see wipes.
Yeah, the ref's doing a good job of making sure that the players are safe, and it's fair for everybody.
Well, as we take a look at the broadcast schedule for the rest of the day, Saskatchewan and Nova Scotia already underway today. Seneca, Coquitlam, Green Gaels, Calgary, and Orangeville, Manitoba. That was actually yesterday's schedule. If you caught those all on the JVI Sports Network, Orangeville tonight plays Seneca, same time at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 1:48 left to go here on the floor at Alder Street. As we thank once again the Toronto Rock. A reminder, be sure to visit the official website of the Toronto Rock Athletic Center, torontorock.ac.com, or visit torontorock.com and purchase your season tickets. They start as low as $195. For more information, follow The Rock on Twitter or log on to torontorock.com. Adanacs back the other way Their purple and yellow jerseys. Very similar to the LA Kings, as that pass was intended to come to the near side for Chisholm. Went off the goaltender, no reset though. As now it's the Adanac possession on the far side, 1:15 left. Right into the neck area, and it almost looked like he swallowed that one up.
Riley's got good position so far tonight. He's a good-sized goaltender as well.
As that is picked up by Poitras, he's got Miller right on him. Right down the middle, scores Shane. Could have drew a penalty almost if he would have fallen over and got hit from behind. Back comes the Coquitlam Adanacs, the shot, that's wide. Picked right up, though, by number 11, Garrett DePape. Referee's got a whistle for something.
Must have gone back into the crease.
That's the only thing I could think of. I didn't see a signal, but it is going to be Coquitlam ball, deep. So that must have been the call.
That's tough after creating a turnover. You don't want to give it right back.
So, 40 seconds left on the game clock. Sundar couldn't connect. Picked up by Manitoba. That pass miscued, as that is going to go into the Coquitlam bench, and the Adanacs take over. 29.8 seconds left to go.
This is a big stop here for Manitoba, as Coquitlam has now pulled the goaltender to go 6-on-5.
Well, it makes sense, as this will be last shot. Shot clock goes off. No goalie. And they're going to, this is the more typical style, wait for that 8-7 second mark and then make a move. As the Adanacs have 10 seconds left. Sundar's up top. They have a box formation, 3 on each side. Medanyuk makes the save, and a penalty is going against Manitoba with only 5.2 left. Not the way a coach wants to end a period.
No, you don't want to end the period like that, and that probably enough time for Coquitlam to hurry the ball up the floor and get one last chance before the time runs out in the first period.
Well, you can see the head coach of Coquitlam right on the bench trying to draw up a quick play without using a timeout, and the penalty is actually against the goaltender, according to the board, but DePape gets credited for the penalty as the horn sounds. That will be it for 20 minutes of play. And Brad, a pretty good period for both teams, I guess. 3-2 the score, so anyone's game still.
Yeah, I think both teams started off a little bit tentative, and clearly the strength is the defense of both these clubs. 3-2, a pretty low score for a lacrosse game. And Manitoba, once they started getting inside, generating some chances, were able to put the ball in the net.
Well, this is the final day of round-robin play, as we will wait for Sam McDade, who will join us on the floor. She'll have an interview for us. As it appears, Sam McDade is caught up with Manitoba's number 18. That's Kieran Mulvaney. We'll send it down to Sam McDade, who's floor level with Mulvaney.
Sam McDade alongside Kieran Mulvaney. Kieran, an impressive first period of play. Let's talk about those 2 goals that came at the right time for your team. Put your team back in this game. Can you just walk us through those plays?
I think I just followed our game plan. That was what we were planning on doing the whole game, and I executed properly, and it just opened me up for a couple shots and got lucky and put them in.
Well, speaking of offense, you've mostly been playing defense in the year. Making the switch to play forward in a tournament like this, can you tell us some of the challenges of that?
Oh, yeah, no, it's definitely tough. I was really frustrated in my first 2 games, obviously playing Seneca and Orangeville, because they're 2 solid teams on defense, so it's really hard to generate anything. But I think I started getting my groove in the last game against Orangeville, and then going into this game, it just kind of helped after having a little bit of experience.
What's it like, lastly, wearing the A, helping lead this team through a tournament like the Founders Cup?
Yeah, oh, it's super exciting. It's a complete honor to represent Manitoba and to be an assistant captain at that. It's just, it's awesome.
Well, best of luck. I hope you finish off the hat trick, and good luck in the tournament, Kieran.
Awesome,
Thanks for talking with me. Stick with us here on JVI Sports Network. We got a lot more, 40 more minutes of play. Stay with us.
Born of the Huron and of the Mohawk, of the wilderness, of strength and endurance. This is Canada. This is lacrosse. Our Our country, our sport. Canada's national summer sport, lacrosse.
2017 Toronto Rock season tickets are on sale now. Lock in your seat today for as low as $195 and you won't miss a moment of the action. For more information, visit torontorock.com.
Thanks for sticking with us here on JVI Sports. It's Founders Cup Lacrosse. And I know I asked you before the break to stick with us with good reason because the score is 3-2 in favor of the Adanacs. The Blizzard getting those last 2 goals late in the period thanks to Kieran Mulvaney, and with good reason because they're going to need that momentum heading into the next 20 minutes of play. They'll start that 20 with 1:55 on the PK. We've seen their penalty kill all game, and that penalty kill has been working hard as well. The Adanacs offense has been super aggressive, so you're going to take another look at that in the first 2 minutes. I'm going to send it upstairs to Spencer and Brad for a deeper analysis and the call for the game. Guys?
Thanks, Sam. We're way up here in the broadcast booth, and we always thank you for tuning in, all you viewers at home on the JVI Sports Network. And Brad, a first period in the books, 3-2, and there's some 3 people that you want to mention, those 3 stars. So many great choices to choose from. And how about Kieran Mulvaney? What a fantastic last half of that first period.
Well, Kieran Mulvaney scored 2 goals. And if that was able to, if Coquitlam gets 1 or 2 more goals there, this game gets out of hand. So that not only 2 goals, but really momentum breaker for Coquitlam at that point in time.
Well, the other side of the floor for the Coquitlam Adanacs, a very impressive period for a lot of players. Lucas Sundar, of course, had a few assists as well. 67, Jared Pozobon got the goal that opened the scoring. There's so many great players on each side of the floor to choose from. Be sure to tweet us your 3-star selections. We'll tally the votes, and our producers and directors will tell us who you chose as our 3 stars, and we'll announce those later on in the broadcast following the final buzzer. The Toronto Rock 2017 season's tickets are now on sale as the teams make their way back onto the floor. I'll tell you how to get them. Log on to the official website of the Toronto Rock, torontorock.com, and be sure to check out all the benefits, including 2 Bring a Friend vouchers. Your first playoff home game ticket is included. So many more great deals for the one low great price of $195. torontorock.com for more information. And as we see, the Manitoba Blizzard coming out late here, only 45 seconds till we get underway, and their head coach might be talking about how they can stay out of the box as we saw that late penalty, which could cost them.
Yeah, Trevor Anion, head coach, Rob Wilson, his assistant. Rob was the head coach of the Manitoba Blizzard last year. Trevor Anion, interesting story, is actually from Orangeville, Ontario, so he's coming back to his hometown where he's spent a lot of time to coach, so it's a real honor for him, I'm sure.
Well, with the Anion, there's a Ben Anion, of course, on the Orangeville Northman, and Anion's in Orangeville, so it's a great time for him to come back, I'm sure, and kind of get back into this Alder Street arena. We were talking off camera, that Tony Rose arena. If you're to ask him with that arena, there's got to be so many stories he knows, as that is where all the current NLL players grew up playing, including Andrew Suter, who we had on the broadcast yesterday, Dylan Ward, Nick Rose, so many great more that play in the NLL. So many great stories that come out of Orangeville, and so many great stories coming out of Canada that support that National Lacrosse League. And Saskatchewan, of course, what a big year for them with the Rush playing there, getting their first ever championship.
And I've talked to people in Saskatchewan, and the support that the people from Saskatoon and all of Saskatchewan have given that franchise has been exceptional.
Well, down here in Buffalo Bandits kind of have the best fan base, with Toronto Rock really pushing to top them, and they have season's tickets now available, of course. But so many great teams in the National Lacrosse League growing the game, and it starts right here at these levels as kids start to come watch the games and play the games themselves. And it's great to see the National Lacrosse League growing into Canada.
Definitely.
We are underway. Second period action begins. 19:50 left to tick off the clock. Only 10 gone. Power play continues for the Adanacs as the minor penalty against number 11, Garrett DePate, the slashing call, happened way back in the first period. Here is Pozobon. Pozobon to the right side. Comes to the near side. He gets the shot off the left leg of Adanac. And now the goal scorer, Mulvaney, who's got them all. He's got a chance for another. Elects to pull out wisely and try to kill off this remaining minute and a half of the minor penalty.
Gets stripped early in that rag, unfortunately for Manitoba.
Back comes Lucas Sundar. Keep your eye on him, the guy with the ball, assistant captain for this team. Player to watch, Lucas Sundar. And not only that, he is always on the floor any time of the day for offensively for the Coquitlam Adanacs. And he's always involved in their goals. Hasn't scored yet today, though. That shot from McNabb, gets stopped right into the stick. 18:45 left to go. That pass will work. Finds the Manitoba player, and they'll set up the Rag team again. 30 seconds to go. Now, you saw this Manitoba team play. Has this been a struggle for them, or have they been okay killing off penalties?
They've been okay killing off penalties, and they've got some very good raggers. Kelson Borsenko is usually out here. He's not here to help out Rag this week, but an interesting player to watch is number 16, Cole Wozni. He doesn't have the ball yet. He's probably the youngest player on the team and definitely the smallest, but it's amazing how he can just carry that ball and squeeze his way through two people covering him and maintain possession. There he is battling in the corner right now. It looks like he's got it.
Well, he's got the ball now. The Manitoba penalized player, DePape, is out of the box, and he switched back to that normal plastic stick for this second period. As he gets held up, they still have the ball. Wozni pulls out, and the 5-on-5 will continue.
Boy, I know that no matter what team it is, the players sure appreciate the effort that takes, and it's a good way to become a favorite amongst your teammates if you can do that job.
Well, how about that? They get the outside shot, and that all started from Wozni in the corner, keeping the ball alive. 3 unanswered goals. This time it's not Mulvaney, though. It is number 10, Andy Zunn, making it a 3-3 game.
Andy Zunn with 2 assists, so he gets his 3rd point of the night. And I'm not sure, again, if Wozney's going to get an assist on that goal by the refs, but really that goal belongs to him with the great Rag.
Well, what an outside shot. Well outside, we see that dotted line. Fools the netminder of Anthony Dale. So 3-3, back to the starting point of this contest as the faceoff won by Manitoba, and that ball is going to go out of play. Referee's rule went off Manitoba last, so it is Coquitlam ball. We talked about momentum all throughout the week, and is momentum a huge thing that the Manitoba team really likes to focus on throughout the year? Well, with Manitoba obviously focusing on momentum, is it hard for the coach to really focus on momentum as we see they just scored 3 unanswered goals as Coquitlam backs the other way? How do you keep them focused?
Well, you got to make sure that the guys know they've had experience being up and they've had experience being down, and they got to be able to recall that and know that it's never out of reach, and stay focused. Don't start getting frustrated and getting in the penalty box and giving up.
Well, I look to the Adanacs to try and regain that lead they had. They started off so well in this game as the Adanacs need to get back on defense now, as here come the Manitoba Blizzard looking for their first lead of this contest. They were down, but 3 unanswered goals ties the game. Referee says that's a moving pick, and back comes Coquitlam. As now jumping off the bench is Sundar, Chisholm, and Pazoban.
That Sundar definitely seems to be out there every offensive opportunity, and for good reason.
Well, Sundar, very wise decisions usually with the ball. Not the guy who you'll look to score the game-winning goal, but he'll be the guy that gets the game-winning goal started. He'll create that play, as now Manitoba back the other way. Here is DePape pulling out that pass to Mulvaney up top. Keep your eye on him. 2 goals. He's looking for the hat trick. The pass was intended to go down low, but it's in the stick of Lucas Shane.
That
Shane's
ball's
on the
loose
ground.
now.
Still can't find it. 3 players for the Adanacs, as there's a slash that doesn't get called.
That could have been called.
Back the other way comes Coquitlam, the head coach of the Coquitlam Adanacs, trying to move his team in a bit faster pace, but how about Adanac standing tall? He seems to really found his groove so far. Pulling it out is the Manitoba Blizzard. Right on him is number 16 for the Adanacs. That pass to Richie at center, and he comes over, passing it right to the near side. 24 for the Manitoba Blizzard, gets it to the far side. Nifty move, that shot squeaks through the goaltender, but he's in the crease, so Manitoba has to get back on defense. Lots of time left in this game. 15 minutes, 13 seconds left to go. How about Abbott now for the Coquitlam Adanacs? Seems like a while since Coquitlam's really found their way to get a good scoring chance, as Manitoba's defense picked it up a little bit.
I think they're getting their switches better and not letting that pick guy get inside for the good scoring chance.
Well, as we say that, that's Sundar He found his first goal of the game, the outside roller. One of the toughest shots for goaltenders to stop, right at his feet. And it's a 4-3 lead with 14:52 to go. Here's the Toronto Rock Athletic Center replay as Lucas Sundar gives the Adanacs that 4-3 lead. And it's their first lead once again since the early stage of this game. Just a tough shot.
That shot was perfectly placed. I mean, as a defense, you'll give up those shots, but you know that sometimes with a very skilled player like Sundar is that they're going to beat the goalie.
Well, it's a 1-goal lead for the Adanacs of Coquitlam coming out of British Columbia. As there's another shot. That one went off a Manitoba player. Ball's in the air. Only Chisholm knew where that one was. Chisholm. Shot. That one hit the side of the net. Fans in the building thought that one went in. But it's to the left of Adanac, and now Manitoba back the other way, just out of the reach. And Coquitlam looks like they're going to find that loose ball coming in 1-on-2. Fast-paced game continues. McNabb settles it down, uses the seal outside shot right into the stomach of Adanac. This game has had its spurts of fast pace, and then they seem to slow it down a bit.
Yeah, and so far in the second period, that was a chance taken by Manitoba to get the fast breakaway there, but the pass just went over Poitras's head.
Back comes Manitoba once again, right down the middle. What an effort. Never touched the goalie. Pollock still trying to find that loose ball. All over him are 3 Adanac players. Great defense, but what a goal! Wow!
Now that's an individual effort by Justin Pollock. He takes the ball up the middle, works hard in the corner against 2 other Adanacs to get that loose ball rebound, brings it out front and does the underhand dunk shot.
A great look at the bench there as we'll get another look at Justin Pollock's unforgettable goal in this game. That'll tie it at 4. A nifty behind goal that scores on the backhand. Watch this as we'll get a couple looks for you here. Watch 22 white. 1, 2, 3, 4 Adanacs as just throws it right between the legs. And all of a sudden we're tied at 4 and we're going to get a floor wipe.
That's Justin Pollock's first goal of this Founders Cup. Justin Pollock, frankly, he didn't even play lacrosse this year. He's been asked to join the team, and so he's a little bit rusty, but you can see that he's a very skilled player.
Well, great look here. Watch the goaltender as it beats him right between the legs.
I'm not a goalie, Spencer, but that must be a tough one to deal with.
Oh, you don't expect shots like that, and if you do, you don't expect them to hit the net, that's for sure. And that one, it's as if he saw the perfect spot.
Justin Pollock's a goaltender himself, playing 4 years in the Western Hockey League with the Moose Jaw Warriors and the Victoria Royals.
So a great goaltender found the spot to beat the lacrosse goaltender as that's a shot turned aside by the netminder. Back comes Miller for the Adanacs. And still 13 minutes to go. Lots of time as that pass is corralled by the Adanacs on the far side. They come to the near side. Here's Sarrazin. Sarrazin pulls out up top. Sundar, he scored that last one that took the lead before Pollock gave us one of the highlight of the night's goals. Back comes Manitoba, settling it down as Harris and Shane jump right back on the floor. That pass to the far side. Battle continues way near the restraining line. The pass here to the near side. They come to Poitras. Poitras uses the seal from Bezecki. That shot right into the A of the Adanac on the jersey. Back comes Coquitlam. Jumping was Poitras, but he couldn't get a stick on it. And all the way down it comes. It's going to be controlled by 88 Anthony Bono. Bono's got lots of time and space. He needs to get off those. He's been on for a while. That ball swings east-west to the other side. Outside shot. Rebound into the legs, and it's into the stick of the netminder. Once again, Manitoba, back-to-back times we've seen that now, trying to push the floor a little bit too aggressively. Coquitlam takes over. Got room down low, but he's in the crease. Saw that one from here. Good eye by the official on the floor. What a pass. How about this break now? Here comes Manitoba, they score, and maybe a penalty, and he's calling it, absolutely. A goal, a penalty, and a checking from behind to go with it. Jarrett Wood, and that one's going to be a lone assist to Riley Medaniuk.
Great pass by Adanacs. You can see how much the players love Jarrett Wood. Look at the response he gets for scoring that goal. Not known for his offense, typically a defender, and to put that home in the top right corner, just showing that he's developed the skills this season.
Well, here is the play. Right from the pass. Sees him up the floor. Beautiful stretch pass. And he's got a chaser. And this is why there's a penalty right there. 21, a late hit. But Wood doesn't matter. He's pumped up, and he makes it a 5-4 Manitoba lead. Sending 21 for the Adanacs. Elias Dewar in the box for 4 minutes. Huge turning point as Manitoba's power play back on for 4 minutes. Poitras down low. They go behind the net. This is the second time I've seen this team utilize behind the net. Outside shot, easily turned aside by Dale. And how about his turn for the break? He's connected with Miller, but Manitoba's there.
Miller's had a good game so far for Coquitlam, playing good defense and getting the ball up the floor very well.
Well, Bryce Miller, he scored 2 goals against the Orangeville Northmen in the same period in about the 5-minute span, and they both were breakaways in the same spot on Rylan Hartley. Very fast player for the Adanacs, as he's just going to run and continue the rag. There's a shot right into the logo of the Manitoba Blizzard netminder, as both goalies finding their grooves here. 5-4 game, low scoring with 10 minutes left in this second period. Half the game already gone. Quick game at 5:55 Eastern time here in Orangeville, as they announce the 5th goal for Manitoba. The crowd responding. Ball on the near side. Poitras up top. Bezecki uses the seal. Poitras the shot. Good save by Dale. They're going to look down the floor. He's got a man. Pozzobano. It's Pontalini, and they score. Pontalini puts it home, and Dale's going to get an assist.
That's the danger when you've got the man who's playing the point on your power play. When he makes that face dodge and gets inside, one of the shooters has got to recognize that and release to help with that fast break.
So back-to-back goalie assists. That's going to make this a 5-5 game. Here it is. The pass that stretches the floor, and now Pontalini's all alone, and you watch it again. He is clearly outside the crease. Good look here. Outside the crease, then steps over the line. The ball is already in the net.
Not sure how that Pontalini got clear to get out of the box there, but it looks the refs thought it was a good change anyways.
Well, it is still a power play, as that should be a shorthanded goal, and it is 5-5. So Manitoba now looks to respond. That's our first shorthanded goal of the game. As they do the hidden ball trick. Ball's up top, though, with 10. And now Bezecki has an outside shot. Right on the ground is Dale. Good stop and a great rebound control. Andy Zunn almost fooled everyone except the bench of Coquitlam, as they all screamed at the same time, and that kind of takes away that point in the hidden ball trick.
You don't see it work too often, although many teams try it.
They all just want that excitement of the one time it works, that they can be on YouTube for, oh, we fooled everyone.
Richie and Pollock now, 2 kids from Thompson trying to get this ball back, and Adanacs takes the stick right out of his hands.
That's a key point. Goaltenders being involved a lot more than hockey, you obviously see if you're just watching lacrosse for the first time. Goalies can get crushed, ran over, but they can also do damage as well. And it's a lot nicer to see goalies fair game rather than in hockey, where a little bump could be the end of the world.
Yeah,
goalie interference.
They're allowed to give it, but they're also going to get it. You're right, Spencer.
So 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Bezecki has it. We're still at 5. 1:16 left in this power play. Bezecki to the far side. He gets it up top, looking for a shooting lane. Needs a shot. That's going to be late. No goal. And that was right at the buzzer. Coquitlam's going to react now and send it back down the floor. Stretch pass to half. Coquitlam to the near side. They have a minute left to kill on this double minor that was set to Elias Dewar. There's a shot. Pontalini. Better save by Medaniuk. And now Adanacs steps right back up and gets set as 2 players from each team, as a third Manitoba Blizzard comes in there and possession to the Blizzard. 45 seconds left. 8 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Left in the game. Excuse me, left in the second period. Manitoba's got the ball. Setting up at the power play. Here's Poitras to Bezecki. They play catch. Goes to the far side for Andy Zunn. Back to Poitras. He runs in motion. Now Bezecki. That's high.
Good stick by 15 there to take that, knock that shot away from Bezecki.
While 15's Mitch Beauregard, and he is one of the bigger Ds for the Adanacs. That net is way off. But a good shot is now Adanacs trying to put it in, but it's slippery behind the net, and he seems to be hurt. As that is why we wipe the floor consistently, as he doesn't realize that is Dewar coming out of the box. Good flip pass, they get it in time. Drags two Adanac players out, as now that pass intended for Zunn is not going to work, but it goes right back to him. Shot from the outside to Bezecki. He couldn't hang on as he was going for the quick shot. Running over his man.
That's
was
that strength, speed, and low center of gravity. Tyrell Charlton creating a loose ball. Well done.
Charlton the shot. What a save by Dale. Kicking the leg out at the last second. And now we got a game 5-5, 7 minutes to go as that pass, almost a suicide pass as they call it, as he almost got ran over in open floor. Twist pass well out of the reach of Andy Zunn, right into the stick of Anthony Dale. Back and forth we go. This game means so much in standings and so much in points for each of these teams. It'll determine who they play tomorrow. One more game tonight will determine who finishes it first in Group B, Seneca or Orangeville. Catch that game at 8 o'clock, as it looks like Medanyak's net is still not on properly, as I'm sure a referee will notice that in a moment. 6:30 left to go in this period. Picked up by Cesarin, the shot. Good stop by Medanyk. Chisholm gets the rebound. Big, tall, right-handed shooter. Up to McNabb. Now it's settled down by Pozzobon as they get a righty on, and that's Pontalini.
Loose balls become so important in tie games. You don't want to give the other team any more offensive chances than you need to. Goalie makes a save, you want to get it clear and get down in their other end right away.
That is such a very true point, as they get a loose ball right there on the shot rebound, and they'll kind of get tangled up right in front of the ref, and I don't know if they're actually tangled up here or what is going on, but the referee is right there. So I don't think they're going to try and fight with the referee between them, as there's an angle for Pozzobon to go to the net, and Medanyk sends him to the ground. This is going to cause
The helmet's off.
This is definitely going to get ugly now, as I see Pontalini going after. That is Melito for the Manitoba Blizzard. But we'll take another look when we get a second at Medanyk standing his ground tall, as Pozzobon was going in hard. As we'll get another look on the screen, as we'll find out if Pozzobon was in the crease or not. As we see the referees get together, as we'll take another look at the goaltender standing his ground, and that's what caused all of this as the captains go over. And it's kind of interesting, the discretion of goaltender interference, and if the goaltender exerted his power. As here's Pozzobon going in. He just sent him to the ground. It's hard to tell. You could tell he meant to send him outside, but right on the ground is where we don't know if he's doing anything. As we'll get another look. As there it is. Right in front of you, a big hit into the boards. Here is Medanyk taking the stick away earlier in the game. So that's how we see that player from the Coquitlam Adanacs coming right at you from our great look from the corner cam. Fantastic crew on hand. And after all of that, not a single penalty was given out. And how about Manitoba putting it home? We missed it. I hope you saw it at home.
Spencer, you and I, we were focused on the replay screen, so we didn't see that. It looks like it's Jared Crushane celebrating.
Well, this is where our replay crew comes in handy, as we both missed that goal, literally turning around, as we'll see it from the end zone cam in the corner. As here's the shot, and it's a shot that off the shoulder of Dale. Fantastic view from the corner cam operators of Matt and Ashtar. Great job from our crew here in the building. 5 minutes, 20 seconds left. We're underway. Once again, they come in hot, and this game is becoming physical as the Manitoba Blizzard player got hit very cleanly. Just an awkward fall as Adanac steps back in his crease. The Adanacs aren't going to like that. 5 minutes left in the second period.
Spencer, you and I were thinking that there might be some penalties after that melee. We were looking to see how the refs were going to sort it out. Next thing we know, face-off and goal by the Manitoba Blizzard.
10 seconds left on the shot clock. That pass was intended to go for Andy Zunn. He couldn't control. And now 30-second shot clock resets. Here is Sundar. Sundar sets it up. Lots of time and space. Comes to McNabb. McNabb back to Sundar. That pass was intended to go to Ponolini. Defensive pressure steps up as that shot off Adanac's foot. And Brad, you got to wonder, both these teams now picking up the intensity just a little bit after all this commotion in front of Adanac.
They know what's at stake, and they see that the refs are going to know that they've shown that they're going to let them play. So you're starting to see little things happening at the benches here and behind the play. Hopefully nothing gets out of hand, and we can continue with a great game that we've had so far.
Well, it's 6-5 in case you're just joining us, and I prefer when the referees do let them play. Usually the players figure out that themselves, and they go to the crease, they score. Manitoba regains a 7-5 lead, and they're up by 2. The first time Coquitlam needs to crawl their way back into it.
That's the hat-trick goal now for Kieran Mulvaney. That pass came from the right side shooter, and he just dunked that ball home. A great quick release.
Well, here's the replay. It starts up top through Corshane, and there's Mulvaney on the crease, and his feet you can see just outside the line. An inch closer, he'd be in that crease, but Dale just couldn't get there in time.
It takes two people. That's a great pass by Bazicki and a great finish, in fact, by Mulvaney.
So it's 7-5 Manitoba.
These next 3.5 minutes are really crucial here for Manitoba. If they can get out of the period with at least a 2-goal lead, they're going to make sure they don't want to let Coquitlam back into this, so that they've got a little more of a cushion as they come over the third.
Well, we remind you, be with us right after the final buzzer of the second period. Sam McDade will be joined by a Coquitlam Adanac player. We'll get that interview and get their thoughts of today's game. Be sure to stick with us. We'll recap the second period and get you set for the final period of this game number 3.
Good
Ball
switch
to
by
the near
Manitoba.
side. Well, switches are so important now because you're going to see the Adanacs try to switch things up and get their shooters in different spots to confuse the D. As there's Pazoban sending a shot from the outside. 3 minutes left to play. 7-5 lead Manitoba. Adanacs trying to get right back in it. Here comes Chisholm. Chisholm had it. Loose ball continues. Still battling for it. The big man. He's got it. Oh, what a nifty behind the back play. Same style that we saw Pollock score. Now back comes Manitoba. Back and forth lacrosse. Coquitlam seemed to be the better team at first when they were up 3-0, but they've responded by the Manitoba Blizzard answering back, and they're up by 2.
Trevor Anion has stayed calm all season. That really just works its way through the bench. The players don't get too down ever, and well-coached team by him and Rob Wilson.
Well, that bounce pass right to the Adanac player as he picks it up, and they got some speed coming over the North Mid logo. That's horns up with 2:18 left to play in the second period. How about Lucas Sundar? He had a beautiful tournament going so far. Outside shot, caught a piece of the shoulder. Pazoban tried to pick it up, and he sent to the ground. That's minor interference. The correct call, and they'll pull it out with Sundar starting with possession. Lucas Sundar comes to the near side for Ponolini, who sends it down to the corner. McNabb, Nico McNabb, 13, one of their top goal scorers. McNabb to Sundar. Sundar, that pass was well off the mark, right into the safety netting. Manitoba ball. Dying minutes of this second period. It's so important. We saw Manitoba last period take a late penalty. That is the exact opposite, I'm sure, what they'll want this period. 20 seconds on the shot clock. They get it up to Andy Zunn. Underhand shot. That one goes wide all the way back, and that one will go right on net.
They should get another chance to get a good shot away here if they move it up quick enough.
Well, 7 on the clock. How about Corshane? He's going to wind and fire. Oh, that's going to hurt. Off a helmet, heads up in the crowd. As there's a souvenir, and that is the correct call. Right off the Coquitlam Adanac helmet and out of play.
I'm not sure what the concussion protocol is on a play like that.
I don't
know. Feel it.
I didn't see which one it hit. There was 2 Adanacs there. But we'll find out quickly which one has the wobbly head trying to shake it off. 20 on the shot clock. Minute 14 left in the game. In this second period, rather. Nice pass from Poitras. Poitras is up top, lots of time and space. 10 on the shot clock, down low. They give it to Corshane, who winds and fires. He got the goaltender going the wrong way, but not enough. Better save by Anthony Dale. Under a minute to go. Here's the captain. That is Van Strijn. He gives and it goes off. Here's Abbott. Abbott's got Chisholm posting up on front. Down low to the corner for Pozzobon. Pozzobon, east-west across the top. Outside shot. Caught a piece of the goaltender. They get a reset. All the way back down it comes. And will we see a timeout? No, we will not, as they still do not shut off the shot clock. 3-second difference. Down low is the Adanacs trying to set up as McNabb has it up top. They go east-west to the far side. Commotion in the middle as both Adanac players trying to set seals. They set one for McNabb, who's got it. Nico McNabb, 8 seconds to shoot. Underhand shot. That one bounced almost to the top left corner.
That should finish off the period,
and
Spencer.
That, you're right, should do it. 4 seconds. And that pass hits a light. Hopefully it stays in. I can see the plug wobbling. But 2.5, I don't think anything will happen, as Manitoba should just hold it. As they're going to blow it in. And the clock will run, and that will do it for period number 2. So it's 7-5 score. Adanac's been huge in net. Anthony Dale, of course, still being strong for the Adanacs. 12 goals, a low-scoring game still. Only 7-5 the score with all these shots coming. If you're the coach of Manitoba, what do you do now to control your team for the third period?
Well, they've played a lot of big games lately, so this isn't anything really new to them. They went through the Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League playoffs with the Final Four. They finished 2-1 in the round robin and had to win a semifinal game and then a final game. And those games were close with comebacks. So, you know, they've had their mettle tested and they've done well. So I think he'll refer back to their past and remind them that they've been there before and that they know how to deal with this situation.
Well, the Adanacs, of course, are 0-2, and this is the start. They've never been in a Founders Cup, never been 0-2 before. This will be the first time they could go 0-3, possibly, as Coquitlam, what a fantastic organization for lacrosse.
I think it shows the strength of this pool with all 4 teams, for sure.
Well, Manitoba, of course, almost took down a great team of the Seneca War Chiefs in that opening game. They had a 4-1 lead at a point, and then Seneca would never go away. The third period, you just saw them crawl all the way back on day number 1. And that's when Lucas Beaver went to work, and Tommy Scanlon put the ball home 12 times to win that one, 12-8. And then we saw Manitoba play a close one yesterday, 9-3 final against those Orangeville Northmen, who were just a tough team.
Yeah, speaking about Seneca, they're a team that never seems to be too concerned if they're behind in the score. They've got a lot of confidence in their offensive ability, and they prove that they can come back as they did against Manitoba. And against Coquitlam, I think they scored with 12 seconds left to force overtime and win that game.
Well, we are still waiting just for Sam McDade to grab her interview. If we can get that for you, we will momentarily. If not, we'll go to a break, but we'll keep you updated as we have 8 minutes and 45 seconds. We will try to get that after break. We'll come back and we'll try to get you a player from the Coquitlam Adanacs. It's 7-5 for the Blizzard. We'll step aside on the 2016 coverage of the Founders Cup.
Born of the Huron and of the Mohawk, of the wilderness, of strength and endurance. This is Canada. This is lacrosse. Our country, our sport. Canada's national summer sport, lacrosse.
2017 Toronto Rock season tickets are on sale now. Lock in your seat today for as low as $195 and you won't miss a moment of the action. For more information, visit torontorock.com.
Back inside the Alder Street Recreational Complex, Sam McDade is caught up with the Coquitlam Adanacs. Number 9, Jared Best, will send it to the floor and get the Coquitlam Adanacs side.
A bit of a role reversal heading into the third period here. First, the Manitoba was down. Now you guys are down heading into the third. What's the game plan here to shut down that team come third period?
As a team, I think we just everyone's got to settle down and not have as many mental breaks as we did in that second period and just go shift by shift, minute by minute.
You guys had a shorthanded goal. You almost had another one there, too, with the breakaway. What's the key to the success on your guys' power play?
On our power play? Good.
Or on penalty kill.
Penalty kill? We have a lot of fast, athletic guys, and we like to push the floor and run hard.
And lastly, can you touch on Anthony Dale? Your guys' goaltender has been fantastic this tournament so far. I'm going to say your offense definitely stems probably from confidence in the back end.
Yes, for sure. As long as we're back there doing our job, we trust them to go up there and do their best to win the game for us.
Awesome. Thanks for this interview, Jared. Best of luck in the rest of the game. Stick with us here on JVI Sports for more. Welcome back to Founders Cup coverage. The Adanacs are facing the Manitoba Blizzard. We're heading in to the last 20 minutes of play. The score, 7-5 for the Blizzards, who came back in the second period and showed some incredible offense. Also, Anthony Dale making an impressive game so far for the Adanacs. I would say their offense definitely stems from the back end. But for a deeper analysis and the call for the next 20 minutes of play, I'm going to send upstairs to Spencer and Brad for the call. Guys, it's all yours.
Well, thank again, Sam, as we get set for the third period. And Brad, I think you said it best. It's hard to control excitement if you're Manitoba fans now, as you have a 2-goal lead heading into the third period, but it's still up for grabs. It's still 20 minutes, and that's a lot of time.
2 goals in the cross is a very minor lead, so you're not going to be able to take a shift off.
Well, we'll see what happens here. This period, we start 5-on-5, as last period, it was a 5-on-4 advantage for Coquitlam. We're set to go, and we're underway here from Founders Cup in Orangeville 2016. This is game number 11, featuring Manitoba and Coquitlam. As now we see some rough stuff right in front of the Manitoba bench, and if you're Manitoba, that's the last thing you want to get involved with right now.
No, you don't.
So back comes Coquitlam. They got some speed. Here comes number 21. That's Elias Dewar. He pulls out and slows down, and Pazoban is going to flip. Will receive that flip pass rather, and he'll set up. Sundar's behind the net, causing motion. And now, Coquitlam has a lot of time and space there, but they elect to go across the crease. Didn't work. Adanac trying to really get involved with the play, and he finds it.
Helping out Melito there with gaining possession of the ball.
Well, they only have 20 seconds left in this shot clock, as they killed a lot of time in their own end. As now they cross the halfway point. And here comes Manitoba. We've played 60 seconds of the third period. No goals in the opening minute. Here comes, how about Poitras? What a tournament he's had. That shot, though, right into Dale's stick. Down the floor it goes. Excellent pass. Will they do anything, though? Better save by Adanac. And they are able to stay just on top of the crease, not going back in.
It looks like that's something that Coquitlam used well in the second period and is going to try to use again here in the third. That fast break. Dale's a good passer, and he's very heads up when he makes that save cleanly.
Well, both these goalies using the Warrior wall sticks rather than the more traditional wood. For that reason, they can throw the balls pretty much all the way down the floor. As we'll see the goaltenders get involved, as there's a block that gets blown up right in front of the the Coquitlam bench. As now, Coquitlam 15 seconds on the shot clock. Here's McNabb. There's strong left. McNabb, flip pass and a roll that does not connect with number 11. That's Angelo Ponolini. 5 on the clock. Loose ball's picked up. They need a shot. They get it. Let's see who finds that loose ball. It's Manitoba. And it is number 13, Evan Ritchie, who's looking for help. Ritchie goes to his wrong side and now passes it over.
Good composure there.
To Corshane, and a delayed penalty, off ball penalty coming, and it happened right in front of the netminder. Our corner cam may have saw it. We'll try to get another look at that one if we can. 17:30 left to go in the third period. Power play coming to the Manitoba Blizzard. Here's Poitras to Zun the shot. That one got by the goaltender, but it didn't find the back of the net. We'll get a wipe, and the penalty will be reported to the timekeepers. So a huge opportunity for Manitoba, but if better, huge opportunity for Coquitlam even, as they could really struggle if they let in a goal in this power play.
This is huge. Manitoba's going to want to take advantage of this for sure, and quite frankly, I didn't see it, but after the way the tone the referee set in the first two periods, I thought you'd have to darn your kill a guy to get a call in this third period, but it must have been bad.
Well, a reminder, be sure to join the Premier Winter Box Lacrosse League in Canada. A 24-game regular season allows players to keep their skills sharp all year round. It's the Rock Elite League that has professional coaching from NLL players and coaches. They use NLL rules and officials. Be sure to find out more and register online today at rockeliteleague.com. So the towels are still on the floor here as they wipe up some certain spots. As this has been a problem all tournament, really.
Corshane and Bazicki on the right-hand side with Andrews on top and hat-trick scorer Mulvaney on the left-hand side, and Poitras starting with the ball at center.
So 17:20 left to go in this third period. Clock is now moving as it was a little slow to start as Poitras has it up top. Poitras to the far side, now back, he collects. Here he goes with Andy Zun. Zun to Bazecki. Bazecki gets it to Corshane, who looks down low to the crease to Poitras as the box continues to stay intact for the Coquitlam Adanacs, keeping them way outside. Poitras shoots, scores! Colin Poitras makes it a 3-goal game. 16:56 to go. Manitoba all of a sudden makes it 8-5.
Now Coquitlam's going to have to start the press a little, maybe start to take a few more chances. We're going to have to be watching their fast break with Dale being a good passer.
Well, Dale gets beat here right at the stick. He steps and he just couldn't get the stick there in time. So just like that, 8-5 Manitoba. And we'll see what happens now. Manitoba wins that face-off, but can they get the loose ball? No, they cannot. It looks like it's going to be Coquitlam with that wooden stick. That's Best. Jared Best has it behind his net. By the way, it's all even as that's a power play marker for the Manitoba Blizzard. They're second on the power play tonight. 6:30 Eastern Standard Time here in Orangeville, Ontario, as that pass did not connect with number 8 of the Adanacs. That is Tyson Abbott. All the pressure now on the Adanacs to see if they can respond. That pass was intended for number 27, Justin Digby. But shot clock violation.
Good D by the Blizzard there, not giving up a chance and getting the ball back and killing 30 seconds, which is going to be key here now as the clock is going to eventually start working against Coquitlam.
Well, this is where the Adanacs coaching staff has to realize that, you mentioned it, they're going to have to start taking some chances and pressure a little bit more on this offense of the Manitoba Blizzard, as a lot of their goals coming from the outside shooting. As we've seen the last one from Poitras from well outside the mark. As here come the Adanacs now, setting up McNabb off the bench. McNabb down low to the near corner. Outside shot, nice glove save. As that was Adanac getting a piece of it with his pinky, it looked like. As they settle it down, going to the far side, Manitoba gets some fresh legs. Flip pass, they fake it, and now the ball is right in front of Corshane as he crosses half. Only 10 on the shot clock, though. That's the one thing I noticed with Manitoba, though. They're slow to move the ball over the second restraining line into the offensive end, as that one is going into the crowd. Off the crossbar, it'll stay Manitoba ball.
That was a half a centimeter from being the 9th goal.
Well, 15-13 to go on the clock. Ball up top. That's going to get bumped all the way back to about the halfway point of the floor. Loose ball is picked up by the Manitoba Blizzard, number 16, Cole Wozni. Wozni got it down low to the near side. He collects it back up top. Wozni not very big at all, but he's got a lot of heart, and he's the one that caused them to score a goal that took the lead back in the second period with his beautiful reg. Manitoba now would like to make it a 9-5 game and really stretch this lead.
This is their third 30-second clock on this possession. It's really working in their favor.
Nifty move, but he cannot get on it. That's Pollock. Loose ball battle right in front of our corner cam. 8-5 score. In case you're just joining us here, Spencer Tangway, Brad Ritchie from Thompson, Manitoba, calling today's game for you as we bring you down to the final stretch of today's game. Be sure to stick with us tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Orangeville, Seneca War Chiefs. That will conclude round-robin play.
I don't know if you'll be able to get a seat in this building. That's going to be a sellout for sure.
Well, Seneca brings a great crowd, and that has always been the case with First Nations teams. Six Nations in Ontario has won this tournament 4 consecutive years, and they have over 15 championships to their name. But back starting in 2010 or 2011, they started that streak of 4 in a row. And so many great NLL players, including Johnny Powless, of course, Doug Jamieson, who now plays in the Minto Cup team for the Six Nations Arrows, have all been a part of this tournament as that pass gets turned over. And now the Coquitlam Adanacs coming back the other way with 13:40 left to go on the clock. And if you're Manitoba, that clock becomes your friend, trying to just tick a little bit faster as Coquitlam is starting to see that they need the pressure. That shot off the leg. It's going to touch the safety netting. No referee call, and now it finally gets noted by the official. Adanacs assistant captain Sundar sends it back. He gets it back. Ball moving outside. Oh, they score! That's a bad break from Adanac. Long outside blast, and note it. That's 2 for Sundar. Both low 5-hole.
That looked like that save was initially made, and with the backspin, that ball came back and popped through the 5-hole.
Well, we'll get another look here on the replay, brought to you by the Toronto Rock Athletic Center, Canada's premier box lacrosse facility. It starts with Sundar right here, low in your screen. Outside shot. Oh, it went through him, hit the post. If that didn't hit the post, it was in, but it hit the post, and the spin on it went right back in. So a bad break for Manitoba, but Coquitlam finds themselves right back in this game. 2-goal game now. That could have been deadly for Coquitlam if he would have hit him a little bit harder and sent him from behind. But good job by Ethan Anderson to check up. Too many men called. Manitoba has to clean up that change.
That's 2 times now. The last 2 times Manitoba bringing up the ball has been a bit ragged. They don't want to have these costly or unnecessary turnovers. They want to make sure that ball's on their stick.
12:45 left to go. They're pulling the goaltender. 6-on-5. How about Sundar? He's got the hot stick. Comes in, better save by Adanac. And that's going to come all the way back. And so does Dale. As now we'll see Dale come rushing back to the net or to the bench, I'm sure. No, they're going to leave him. So they got one good look after pulling the goalie, going 6-on-5. Just couldn't bury. Sundar again. Sundar has an ISO opportunity. Elects not to use it. Gets it out front, and right on him is the Manitoba player. 2-on-0 for the Manitoba Blizzard. Here they come. What a nifty move to go around one. Does he shoot? He does, but it's wide. And that that rebound was not collected by Andy Zunn, as he's all over it for Manitoba. And now, of course, Shane needs to get off the floor, as he almost took a penalty for Manitoba. 11:55, update on the game clock. 8-6 the score.
Mulvaney back there on defense now. I'm not sure if he got caught on a switch or if there's been a change in the lineup where the coaches are using him on defense as more natural position.
Well, here's Pazoban. Very high offensive threat here as Sundar, who's having one of his games of the tournament, throws one, and that's going to be off the goaltender. Yes, it will. So Manitoba will remain on defense. And this is 30-second at a time lacrosse. Keeps you on the edge of your seat as we will bring you all the way home down the stretch. Spencer Tangway alongside Brad Ritchie and the rest of our broadcast team as Sundar. He's got the ball now. He has already had 2 tonight. But he is known for his assist and playmaking abilities as Pazoban, the natural goal scorer, takes over. Now comes Coquitlam. That beat him in the 5-hole again, but that one has front spin and pops out. What a move by number 6. That's Anthony Melito. And now here's Blaze Bezecki just slowing it down a little bit. Bezecki, he's going to shoot, but that one is going to go right into Dale's stick. Watch this, right down the floor they go. Here's team captain Van Strijn. Pulling out, right on him is number 16, Cole Wozni. The Adanacs really applying the pressure now and picking up the speed, changing up the gears a little bit. So here comes the Adanacs. See if they start shooting the ball a little bit more often. Chisholm wants it and he gets it on the near side. 5 on the clock. He's got a hefty shot. That one pass was intended to go to the near side for Van Strijn. And it's going to be Manitoba ball.
That's great defense by Manitoba. They're manning up, making all of their switches and not letting a shot off and killing 30 seconds.
Well, back we go the other way now. Very back and forth lacrosse, and I'd imagine the referees have put their whistles away for the rest of this contest, and we'll play lacrosse. What a move! But a better save by Anthony Dale as the crowd gasps, but breathes now as he makes a huge save. Underhand shot knocks over Adanac. What a stop. Back comes Manitoba as they pull it the other way. He's got a breakaway if he catches it, but he doesn't. Now we'll see what happens as he pulls way out and slows down. That's
Real
Garrett
big loose ball there by the captain, Ozzie Fromm, who's playing with a sore ankle, but really, he just fought through the pain there to clear that ball up to Ritchie and almost a breakaway for DePap.
DePap, number 11 for Manitoba. We mentioned he was the one that was using the wooden stick to start and then went to the plastic as we have 9 minutes, 20 seconds to go in this third period. Huge game for both Coquitlam, who's looking for their first win of the tournament, along with Manitoba. And talk about a slash there. Referee says, no, we'll play on.
It's a fine line here between being aggressive and staying out of that box, as it always is in this sport.
Well, this is where I mentioned I think the referee's whistles have gone away as we're going to play lacrosse for the rest of this 9 minutes. Outside shot, what a stop. Back comes a loose ball chance. Running after it is number 12, Jarrett Wood. You mentioned a defensive-minded player who's got a breakaway goal as he takes a couple slashes. And like I said, referees letting him play.
It's going to be the same for both sides.
Corshane spins away from trouble, winds and fires. Good stick by the captain, Van Strijn, to get all over that one.
That was close.
As he's back in, though, for sure, as now we'll see Blaze Bezecki get tangled up with the captain. That pass to the near side. Here comes Andy Zunn. Ball is controlled, though, by the man who's got the hat trick tonight. That's Mulvaney. Andy Zunn to the middle. Corshane, what a shot. And now Dale goes after the Manitoba player, so maybe it's just that net. Whatever goalie's in that net has a little more adrenaline through their body, I guess.
That ball was actually live. Good thing there was a congestion in front of him. If that shot would have got through, he wasn't paying attention to the ball.
Well, here's Anthony Bono, and
Big
that was
play
Zunn who
by
got him
Zunn.
off. Zunn now back the other way, but there's no numbers. They need to slow it down and get more Blizzard on the floor, as that is just a roll pass with 7:45 left to play in the third. Zunn has it here on the near side. Zunn, it's a one-on-one. He shoots. That one tried to go for the top left corner. Good save, though, by Anthony Dale. There's another underhand shot, and now this is where Manitoba, with 30 seconds on the clock, are just firing from everywhere. And that's where they got to realize that's unnecessary.
The coach will be breaking that down after the game, I'm sure, because that was 30 seconds, maybe a minute, that they could have killed instead of being forced to play defense again.
Well, how about the righty Pazoban? We're going 6-on-5 once again as the sticks begin to bang. The sixth player on is Sundar. Sundar tried to go to the far side. That pass might get picked off by the Blizzard. Now it does. And that's not a good decision either, to just give it right back. So it could be nerves setting in or inexperience for some of these players.
Matt Melito probably thought that net was still empty, but somehow Dale got back in there.
Well, 23 seconds on the clock. They're up by 2 if you're just joining us. The Manitoba Blizzard over the Coquitlam Adanacs, and that for sure went off. And maybe it didn't. The referees are going to talk about what happened here, as I'm still not sure which way we're going, but I'm pretty sure it should stay Adanac's ball, as that went off the defenseman's leg and out of play. As we remind you, here is the broadcast schedule once again for yesterday's games. Yesterday's broadcast schedule: Saskatchewan, Nova Scotia, Seneca, Coquitlam, Green Gaels, Calgary, and last night it was Orangeville and Manitoba. What a game it was last night here. Manitoba almost shocking the Orangeville Northmen. And Orangeville, of course, could have the chance to go 3-0, but they're going against a tough Seneca team at 8 o'clock.
Seneca, we know, has got a lot of skill and a lot of experience. That'll be a great game to watch.
.6:45 to go here in the third period. 8-6 the score. 25 seconds left on the shot clock. It is Adanac's ball, by the way, as the referee ruled that went off his leg. Loose ball still on the ground. Now it's picked up by Manitoba.
Robert Harrow, Taylor Ritchie working hard to get that loose ball.
Well, every loose ball matters now for each team, as Coquitlam trying to stave off an 0-3 start. Is what a goal by Corshane. How about a twist shot from the other side to bring it back and take a 9-6 lead for the team from Manitoba, the Blizzard.
Not a lot of guys have got the skill to pull that off, and I wonder if Coquitlam wasn't thinking that they were going to try to kill time before taking it to the net. Maybe caught them a little bit flat-footed.
Well, we'll find out here on the Toronto Rock Athletic Center replay. As watch Corshane. You notice he is the lefty, but then how about shooting from the right? Twist shot. That definitely fooled Dale. Not expecting him, as you see. He did not move over. So that twist shot works. Corshane gets his goal, and now it's a 9-6 lead, 6:13 to go.
Violation on the face-off, giving the ball to Manitoba.
So the clock continues to tick down. Manitoba fans are starting to get a bit anxious. Coquitlam is put right back in their places. They're down by 3. That one went off the back glass. Loose ball picked up, and they score again. No, they do not. The referee said no, as we'll get you another look at that one in a moment. We'll see if that was in the crease or not. Back comes Coquitlam, and they score. What a turning point. Coquitlam gets run over, and he is calling the penalty. So a checking from behind call.
Manitoba got caught up celebrating what they thought was a goal.
As we'll take a peek at what happened prior to the goal, as we'll try and determine if Manitoba was in the crease, and if they were, that would be the normal call, but if they weren't, that could be the huge turning point in today's game, as we'll get another look on the Toronto Rock Athletic Center replay if that goal should have counted. We'll get that replay for you in just a second as we cue it up. Here it is. There it is, right on the line. Try and watch the white line, as it's hard to tell when the ball goes in, as it's definitely out of his stick. And I don't know, that's a tough call for the official. They say that was in the crease, but I don't think it personally was.
We've got the benefit of replay, but
that is true.
Probably a call that should have been called a goal.
Well, 9-7 the score now, and a penalty. So 9-7 with the penalty. This could be interesting now. So Abbott gets credited for the goal for Coquitlam. It's 9-7, 5 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Here's Sundar.
Mulvaney staying high on Sundar. He's their guy.
Absolutely. With the shot he's had tonight, him and Mulvaney are the two hottest sticks, and they score! underhand shot. It's a power play marker. Adanacs coming back 9-8. No rest for the Adanacs as Manitoba had a lead, and oh my, it's starting to dwindle. It's only a 1 goal now.
Yeah, in 20 seconds, that went from a 4-goal lead down to a 2-goal lead.
Well, all of a sudden, with only 5.5 left to go, here's a look at the Toronto Rock Athletic Center replay, and this is just a 5-hole shot. That is such power coming from it, right between the legs. Not much you can blame the goaltender there about at all. Just a great shot. So here they come again. Another close game here at Alder Street. Last game went to overtime at 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock. It's 9-8. Here they come again. Manitoba, that one's picked up by the captain. Van Strijn, a 1-on-2. But joining the rush is Bono. He pulls way out. And by the way, we're back to 5-on-5 as they ring it off the goalpost. Adanac, no one up the floor though, just smartly flips it to his safety. We'll see what happens in these dying moments of this precious game. So many options could happen. 2 points that are so important to both these teams as Manitoba makes a break. That shot well wide off the back glass. Running in there after it is Charlton. He gets bumped. Nice nifty flip pass. If we might be able to get a replay of that, that could be one of the plays of the game. That's so subtle. If you blinked, you missed it. As now Manitoba is back on defense. Excellent play there by Adanacs 15, Mitch Beauregard.
Keep an eye on the Adanacs goalie, Dale.
He's still in the net. 4 minutes, 9 seconds left. He was coming out more often, but now it's only a 1-goal lead. He'll stay back a little bit more. How about the shot from Sundar? It's behind him, way back, rolling on the Northman logo. The horn sounds. It's a shot clock violation, Manitoba ball.
Good defense again there by the Blizzard. They're going to have to do it a few more times.
No doubt about that.
That was a big block by Garrett the Pap on I think that was Sundar who let that shot go.
Yeah, went in his stick and then just kind of trickled behind Sundar, who never saw it. As there's still lots of time left and lots of lacrosse to play this week, of course. But now Coquitlam will set up on the offense. 3:30 left to go. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Coquitlam has the ball up top. How about Abbott? He's had a good tournament. Gets that one over to Pazoban. Pazoban looks and shoots. Went off a leg, I believe.
Great switch there by Anthony Melito.
And that'll do it for the shot clock. Another violation against the Coquitlam Adanacs. So we are really coming down to the wire now. Be sure to join us at 8 o'clock. Matthew Carrick will rejoin me as we call the Orangeville Northmen Seneca War Chiefs final game of round robin play. That pass was intended to go a much smoother route to Blaze Bezecki, but it's the Coquitlam Adanacs who find themselves in control. Fans from both Northmen, players from both Northmen and Seneca, and the fans are starting to pile into the building as this game comes down to the wire. As there goes the goaltender, 6-on-5, 2:45 to go. And now the crowd starts to chant, "Let's go A's," right in front of us. That ball stays in. Luckily, is now Sundar, who's got the hot stick, shoots that one's wide. Back all the way down, and it's going to be another shot clock violation. Make that 3 shot clock violations in a row. Great defense from Manitoba.
Yeah, they're not giving them any easy shots, and there's been a couple blocks. Garrett the Pap with one. I think Anthony Melito with another block. That's not a fun thing to do, but they're really sucking it up, playing hard D.
Well, you got to wonder when something will give. It's 9-8. Will we see any more goals? Stay with us here as we only have 2 and a little bit left. Here comes Manitoba now. Andy Zunn up top. He's got a good shot. Zunn is one of the top goal scorers for Manitoba in this tournament. Commotion here on the near side. Outside shot. I think that found the post. Referee never said it did, though, and now Coquitlam gets it anyways. Coach ushering his goaltender off the bench. Here we go again. 6-on-5. Buckle up for the last 2 minutes. The crowd reaction says it all here in the building. 1:43 left, 9-8. On the near side, Adanacs fire, they score! 9-9, can you believe it? Manitoba had a 3-goal advantage, and that is completely slipped away.
Shot from outside the 24. He really took that from a high stick position. Got a lot of leverage on it.
Well, here it is on the replay as we see the goaltender well out of his crease, waiting for it as he knew the shot was coming, but just a great shot. Just beat him at the left foot. Here it is from the shooter's perspective. Outside shot right in the corner, as we'll see a timeout called here with 1:34.
Manitoba moved into a box situation. They're a box and one with the 6-on-5 situation.
Well, Manitoba is the team that took that timeout, and this is a good point to bring in the Toronto Rock Athletic Center, a great sponsor, and they're pleased to present the Paul Rabel Experience Live. This is a one-of-a-kind event that's coming to Canada's premier lacrosse facility October 1st and October 2nd. Bringing lacrosse icon Paul Rabel to Oakville to host his first ever Canadian camp is the first of many unique events happening at the track, and it's a part of the new slate of programming offered by Track Athletics. This Saturday, October 1st camp is for Tyke, Novice, and Pee-wee players. Sunday, October 2nd, Pee-wee, Bantam, and Midget players. Register online today at TorontoRockAC.com. So, a minute and a half left to go here. Great look at the Adanacs coach, trying to settle his troops down, draw up on the whiteboard, and how about Anthony Dale? He's settled right down, coming in huge for his Adanacs, and Adanac on the other side of the floor, the exact same. Been a great goaltender throughout today's game. It is anyone's game.
This is a big face-off, Spencer.
Well, absolutely now, with possession being only 94 seconds remaining in the game. That's 3:30 seconds. Let's see who gets that win. Adanacs have two guys in there. It's right in front of the bench. Can't see who has it. And it is the Adanacs. But now it continues as the loose ball looks to be picked up by Corshane. Corshane lost it. Battle continues still on this face-off. I still don't think we have a face-off winner yet, as now we do. Adanacs have it, and that killed 30 seconds. 1:09 left to go as the offense comes on. A full 20 seconds left on the shot clock. This is nerve-wracking if you're Manitoba fans, as it's Coquitlam coming in first with 55 left on the clock. The ball's on the far side. That pass was intended to go to the near side, and now it is on the near side. 38 seconds left, 9-9 score into this third period. Outside shot is coming, I believe, as Poitras gets bumped now to the near side it comes. How about Corshane? 23 seconds, 5 to shoot, outside shot. It's on the crease. Dale's got it, and I see a timeout coming. Dale needs to call a timeout, and now they call a timeout with 13.2 to go. They'll draw up a play for the last time. 13.2 to go as we bring you this great free coverage brought to you by the Toronto Rock Athletic Center and the Toronto Rock Elite League. If you'd like to sponsor, be sure to log on to the JVI Videos website, get in contact with us, and we'd love to bring you free lacrosse all week on the JVISportsNetwork.com, the official website of the JVI Sports Network. Spencer Tangway, Brad Ritchie here to bring you today's final 13.2. And Brad, if you're Manitoba's D, this has to be the biggest test of their year.
This is the biggest test of the year, and they just were out there against a 6-on-5 situation not too long ago. So we'll see if they're going to run the same thing, the Adanacs, or if they've got another play that they want to run here in this 6-on-5 situation.
Well, this is where it comes down to dedication. All the blood, sweat, and tears are on the line here. Thank you for joining us. And if you're just tuning in to catch the latter part of this game, it's 9-9. It was a 3-goal lead just about 6 minutes ago for Manitoba. But all of a sudden, Coquitlam started goal after goal, and the train was unstoppable. 6-on-5. This could go either way. Clock has begun to tick down. They wait. Will they wait too long, though? 7 seconds, now 6. Only 4 seconds to go. They're playing catch. They need to shoot the ball, and they lose it. Not good, but guess what? Overtime, back-to-back games. This one does not get any better than this.
9-6 Manitoba with about 4.5 minutes left. It looked like Justin Pollock, number 22, had made it 10-6. With replay, it looks like, in fact, he did score, but the ref called it a crease violation. In the ensuing celebration, Adanacs players sprinted out.
As we will pause and we will come back, they'll take a 2-minute break. We'll step aside. Overtime's next. Sudden death. Next goal wins it here on the JVI Sports Network. Well, 3 periods, 60 minutes, 18 goals have been scored. And now the 19th goal will be the winner and will determine the final seedings in this Group B. This is going to come down to the wire. 3rd and 4th position on the line in Group B here. Orangeville will take on Seneca following this overtime thriller. Buckle up. It could happen fast as Manitoba wins the draw. Here we go the other way quickly. The ball pops out of the hot stick of Mulvaney, and that one almost went in off the stick of an Adanac player, but in the wrong net. Back come the Adanacs. We're 15 seconds in, and I mentioned it could come early. Just 2 hours ago, it was Nova Scotia dropping a close one in overtime, 13-12 to the Calgary Chill. That one was in overtime. Abbott to the far side, the shot right into the stick. Great save by Adanac. Now Adanac, that one almost got picked off, but here comes Team Manitoba slowing it down. 2 on him, and that gets bumped out. Can Corshane get there in time? Corshane cannot. Back comes the Adanacs. Adanacs have a 2-on-1. What do they do with it? They go to the crease. They go up top. They score. Adanacs get the win. The final score, 10-9 at the 53-second mark. The Coquitlam Adanacs have finally picked up their first victory of this tournament. Manitoba falls to 0-3 and will play the winner of Seneca Orangeville later on tonight. Very tough break for Manitoba as that turnover by Corshane, and then they couldn't pick it up. Leads to a 2-on-1 back the other way, as we'll get another look at the replay in just a second. As we see the celebration continuing for Coquitlam, their first win in this 2016 Founders Cup. Will take the 3rd spot and play the loser. And here we go. The pass stays outside the crease, and Adanac just couldn't get up in time. Right over top of him. As we'll watch it again to make sure he's outside the crease, and he is. Wins it in overtime. A heartbreaker in overtime. As Brad, it's tough to watch as a Manitoba fan, of course, and from Manitoba, you'll play a tougher opponent, but that could be a good thing now, as it's a challenge for the team, and see if they can pick up where they left off from this game, because there were so many bright spots.
Well, I don't think you hang your head about the outcome. You definitely want a different outcome, that's for sure. But no, Manitoba Manitoba's shown that they're not a have-not province in lacrosse anymore.
Well, here are today's JVI Sports Network 3 stars. Third star coming from Manitoba. And how about a bright spot from Jared Wood, a defenseman who picked up that breakaway goal. And he is a nifty player that can get the job done. Our second star coming from the Coquitlam Adanacs. And that was a big shooter, and he had a few goals himself in Lucas Sundar. Sundar is our second star on the JVI Sports Network. And today's first star, the Manitoba man, of how about number 18, Kieran Mulvaney. He had 3 goals, a couple assists, as the Player of the Game awards have been presented on the floor. A fantastic outing and a fantastic game. Unfortunately for Manitoba, they'll fall to 0-3. They'll play tomorrow morning. And for the other side, it's the Coquitlam Adanacs get the job done and get their first victory of the tournament. Final thoughts, Brett?
Yeah, again, that was a very exciting game. It was a good game to watch. Coquitlam didn't lose their composure. They recognized that you can score a lot of goals quickly in this sport, and they came back and pulled it off.
Well, no doubt about that, as we will wait for Sam McDade to head onto the floor and grab a quick interview, as I'm sure she'll grab the man of the hour who put it home, and we'll step aside and we'll grab Jared Pazoban of the Coquitlam Adanacs, as we'll send it down to Sam McDade in just a second as she gets ready. Sam McDade now standing by with Jared Pazoban of the Coquitlam Adanacs.
Sam McDade here with Jared Pazoban, an OT win, 10-9 for the Adanacs. Let's just start there. What helped you guys get that win here today?
I think losing yesterday in overtime kind of gave us that confidence coming in here. Like, we know we can do it. We know what to expect. We just bared down, and I think yesterday helped us a lot.
Today's the last day of round robins. Going into tomorrow, a little bit more pressure. What's the Adanacs game plan for that?
Well, we were here last year, and we played Calgary. We beat them last year, so we kind of know what to expect. They like to run. They'll be fast, kind of like the team we just played today. So just play like how we did today.
You said that last time it went into OT, it didn't really work out.
Yeah.
This time it definitely did work out with good reason. Now, how do you guys prevent this from getting scary close in the games that count?
I think play like we did yesterday, the first 2 periods, and not get too ahead of ourselves and just bear down the whole time.
Awesome. Thanks for this, Jared. Good game. We'll see you throughout the tournament. Stick with us here on JVI Sports.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, once again, thank you, Sam McDade, on the floor, as always, grabbing our great interviews. And on behalf of Brad Ritchie and myself, on behalf of our director, Alex Frazzo, and our producer, Gary Morrison, we thank you for everyone for joining us, and we thank the Toronto Rock Elite League for bringing you this free coverage. Once again, on behalf of Brad Ritchie and myself and the entire crew, final score 10-9 for the Coquitlam Adanacs over Manitoba. Stick around, there's only one game left to go in round robin. Seneca against Orangeville. It'll be a doozy. We'll see you in 60 minutes.